This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
Calling all young artists, time is running out to be a part of Art Youth Expo 8 in Hazleton, but don't worry, we have more details next. Welcome to the Friday Eve edition of our newscast. I'm Ken Kara, and you're watching us in HD on Service Electric Cablevision, Channel 513, and an SD on Channel 13. Use the free Samsung Productions app to stream us on your TV with Apple TV and Google Chromecast. Here's our headlines from SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. Attorneys for two state representatives reached an agreement today. According to our media partner, the Standard Speaker, a hearing for State Representative Tara Toohill to get a protection from abuse order against State Representative Nick Miccarelli was scheduled for this morning. However, Toohill attorney Jarrett Ferrantino says both sides reached an agreement and the hearing did not take place. Last Friday, Representative Toohill obtained a temporary restraining order after alleging that Miccarelli, her ex-boyfriend, had pointed a gun at her head in 2012. Miccarelli has denied the allegations. Both Republican and Democratic lawmakers have called on him to resign amidst the allegations. A new system is being launched to notify employees at two local industrial parks in the event of an emergency. That according to Can Do, the area's industrial development organization. Send Word Now is an emergency notification system that allows users to receive critical information rapidly via phone calls, text messages, and email alerts. The service was discussed at a recent meeting of the Humboldt Park Association. It would alert employees in the Humboldt and Valmont industrial parks about situations and the plan of action to deal with it. The service could be used in the event of a road closure due to an accident, or it could warn companies to shelter in place in the event of an emergency. Companies in both industrial parks will designate company contacts who will receive the messages and in turn alert their colleagues. West Hazleton Police need your help to identify an alleged suspect in a robbery. Police are investigating the robbery of a motor vehicle that occurred last night on East Broad Street in the borough. Police say that the man in the picture is an alleged suspect. Anyone who may recognize him is asked to call West Hazleton Police at 570-455-3733, or you can dial 911. All calls will be kept confidential. You're going to want to hop on over to the Laurel Mall this Saturday. Now, I could keep going with Easter cuteness, or you can watch this segment with Lisa Sugart. Good choice.
Well, this Saturday is St. Patrick's Day, but it is also the day of the Easter Bunny's big arrival here at the Laurel Mall. I'm pleased to be joined by Rocco Aruzo, the mall's property manager. This is a big event here every year at the mall.
Every year, yes it is. Our furry friend with the big ears, the Easter Bunny's coming. He's going to arrive in Center Court. He'll be led in by Fabergé Follies and, of course, our good friend DJ John from the Strand. He'll be playing, I guess, Peter Cottontail and everything. And it's ironic, it falls on St. Patrick's Day, so I think he's going to come with some green eggs. I don't know, but let's see what happens.
All right, okay, so you're not serving green eggs and ham, but you are serving up a special treat for all the kids who come.
Yes, we are. That's a special day sponsored by the Standard Speaker. We're going to have cookies and juice. What the Easter Bunny, and then he'll move into his little home where we do the photos. So we ask all the kids and parents to bring their children. We're going to have cookies and juice with the Easter Bunny that day, and that'll be after he arrives at 1 p.m.
Now, these arrivals are pretty big here because we saw what happened when Santa arrived this year. You even had the Grinch here and everything. So you're expecting another big, I guess, sensational arrival here too.
Yeah, it's going to be, I'm not going to say how he's coming this year. We have a few ideas, so we're going to see. We have to talk to him, of course, and see how he's comfortable. But he will be arriving, and I can assure you he'll be here at Center Court. How he's coming, who knows? You never know. We'll come up with a creative idea, I'm sure.
All right, the time again for the big arrival on Saturday?
Big arrival is March 17th, Saturday, St. Patrick's Day, 1 p.m.
All right, the Easter Bunny coming here to the Laurel Mall on St. Patrick's Day. Be here and then get the treats, also courtesy of the Hazleton Standard Speaker. It's going to be a fun way to kick off the Easter season right here at the Laurel Mall.
Thank you, Lisa and Rocco. Well, another great stage show is coming to the Hazleton Area High School tomorrow night. The Greater Hazleton Concert Series will present its 6th in a series of 7 concerts. Tomorrow night's featured group is Well Strung, a string quartet with a modern twist. They play universally recognized classical pieces while singing pop music hits from popular artists like Taylor Swift, Adele, Kelly Clarkson, and more. The curtain goes up at 7:30 tomorrow evening at Hazleton Area High School. Tickets are available at at the door, $30 for adults, $10 for students. For more information, call 570-788-4864 or go to hazeltonconcertseries.org. The 7th and final concert of this year's series will be the Side Street Strutters on April 25th. Art Youth Expo 8 is just around the corner. This three-day celebration of the arts takes place throughout downtown Hazleton, and AYE manager Gina Dignazio says that local artists have until this Sunday to drop off their exhibit entries.
The deadline for entering your artwork for the exhibit competition portion of the festival will be this Sunday, March 18th at the Hazleton Art League. We're accepting entries from 1 to 5 p.m. If you want the complete entry rules, please go to our website at hazeltonsartleague.org. Our 2D artwork has to be framed, but we are accepting all mediums, sculpture, crafts, you name it.
AYE is fun, family-friendly, and free. The festival features multiple art shows, live music, good food, and entertainment for people of all ages. AYE 8 is April 5th, 6th, and 7th in downtown Hazleton. For a complete list of activities, go to hazeltonartleague.org or check them out on Facebook. Speaking of works of art, let's discuss Frankie's Cold Pizza. Get ready to dial. Call now to enter to win a box of 12 slices of Frankie's Cold Pizza with their signature sauce and cheese blend baked fresh with no preservatives. Call 570-459-9813 extension 104. Leave your name and phone number, full name please. The winner will be drawn at random. And remember, you can win only once every 30 days here on SSPTV. Coming up next, we take a look at St. Patrick's Day history in the city of Hazleton, and we'll meet our volunteer of the week. And Cougar Mania is sweeping the area. Our John Eric Poli has the story of Hazleton area's journey to the state quarterfinals in sports. This is SSP TV News, your place for 24 hours of your hometown news and information.
This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
Well, this Saturday is St. Patrick's Day, and so it would only be appropriate that we would talk about the history of St. Patty's Day right here in our area. Pleased to welcome back our dear friend Charles McElwee, who is the Vice President of the Board of Directors for the Greater Hazleton Historical Society and Museum in downtown Hazleton, and also celebrating St. Patrick's Day.
Right, so historically always celebrated in the Hazleton area because, of course, we have always had a very large Irish population. And actually recently wrote about that for the American Conservative, about the Irish experience in northeastern Pennsylvania, focused on Hazleton. And really just fascinating when you go to the archives, you read about how it was celebrated in the past. So I came upon a clipping from the 1800s. It doesn't give the exact date, but it sounds like it was perhaps the 1840s or 1850s. But the plain speaker recounts how St. Patrick's Day was celebrated, and I'll go ahead and read an excerpt from that. It is more than 40 years since the first St. Patrick's Day parade took place in this section, and there are yet some old men living in the neighborhood who participated at that time. In the olden time, the parade would form in Hazleton, and before it was over, the parade would go to Mock Chunk and return. Think about that, going down Broad Mountain and back up. And it has often been related as a fact that the paraders accomplished that trip one year when the snow was more than 2 feet in depth on the level, and that oxen teams and able-bodied men were put in the front so as to break down the snow. It is only within the last couple of years that some of the old gentlemen died who participated in these lawn parades, and they include names like Kelly, Gorman, Fitzpatrick, Gorman, Mooney, Boyle, and others. And after the parade was over, they would engage in the dance at night, showing that the young men of 40 years ago were hardly and knew very little of fatigue. In the 50s, which presumes 1850s, the length of the parade was shortened, and the circuit was from Hazleton to Beaver Meadows, Janesville, Otterreed, back to Hazleton, where the parade would be dismissed, and then every division would return to their respective towns where a dance was held at night.
That's pretty cool, and I didn't know that. I'm from Beaver Meadows, so they used to go through Beaver Meadows at one point
Right.
then too.
Well, and that would make sense because that was really where the Irish first populated in the area, going back to the 1840s, because St. Mary's Catholic Church was the mother church of really the middle coal field. That was what it was called. So that was the main church, and then of course in the 1850s, St. Gabriel's formed a mission church on Chapel Street, in that wooded plot that was known as Donegal Hill. So the Irish first lived on Mine Street. Think when you're parking behind the Markle building, you're going to the Pines, that parking lot, that was the Irish neighborhood initially. They lived in shanties along the railroad tracks, and then they pushed southward to live in what became the South Side.
So you're always talking about this, writing about this. I want to give you a plug too. If they want to see the article, where do they find the article you recently wrote?
Right, so go to the American Conservative, and it was called The Slow Fade of the Pennsylvania Irish. And it actually got some traction in Donegal. It was promoted by the Donegal Council, their government. And of course, like any commentary, people love the article, some hated it. It depends on your perspective. But I write about the Irish experience, just having grown up with that experience. So in the spirit of St. Patrick's Day, I recommend take a read.
All righty. Well, happy St. Patty's Day to you.
Same to you.
All right. Charles McElwee here each week. And if you'd like to learn more, you can also check out the Greater Hazleton Historical Society and Museum. And the website is
HazletonHistory.org.
You got it.
Time now for weather on SSPTV News.
I saw the sun for a second today, run outside to get a weather shot, and then behind a cloud once again. Let's check out our forecast now from the National Weather Service. Well, tonight we'll see some scattered snow showers, but it will be mostly cloudy, low of 22 degrees. Chance of precipitation is 30%, and new snowfall accumulation of less than a ½ inch possible. And then for Friday, partly sunny, while high near 31 degrees. It will be windy with wind gusts as high as 33 miles per hour. At night, it will be mostly clear with a low of 18 degrees. Wind gusts as high as 21 miles per hour. Saturday is mostly sunny as we get up to 38 degrees, and then at night, mostly clear, a low of 19 degrees. Sunday, sunny with a high near 40. Sunday night, mostly clear, low of 20 degrees. Monday is mostly sunny as we hit 40, and then Monday night we do have a chance of snow, mostly cloudy, low of 23 degrees, 50% chance of precipitation. It's one of our favorite features on SSP TV News, our Volunteer of the Week, a person, couple, or group who makes this a better place to live. And it's brought to you by Workforce Resources Staffing Company in West Hazleton. With temporary to permanent jobs and seasonal and temporary placements, you must apply in person. It's now time for our Volunteer of the Week. Let's meet who it is with Lisa Sugart.
This week, I'm proud to introduce our Volunteer of the Week, Andy Piskel, who was nominated for Fun Fest volunteering by Mr. Darren Whiteknight. And Andy is well known in the community as a funeral director with the Furo Funeral Home, but very involved with Fun Fest for how many years?
24 years.
Wow, that's pretty good because not too many people could say they volunteered with an organization that long. So Darren, you told me, is one of the younger volunteers with the organization. He emailed me and said that he wanted to nominate you. So what's your reaction, and why is volunteering so important to you?
Well, volunteering is a way for me anyway to get back to the community. I'm born and raised here in Hazleton, and always like to give back what I can.
So for 24 years with Fun Fest, what have you done? I guess everything.
Yeah, we've done, everybody has their little niche in Fun Fest. My particular niche is getting the vendors all lined up on the street and getting them their spaces. But when the need comes, we do whatever needs to be done. You know, we're all over the street for the whole weekend, and it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. We meet a lot of new people and make a lot of friends.
I was going to say, what do you get out of it? So you do make a lot of friends in that, but it must make you feel good, a sense of accomplishment for the community.
Oh, yes, it is. And the work that the volunteers do for Fun Fest often goes a little unappreciated because nobody realizes how much time and effort goes into this, and it's strictly a volunteer organization.
That's a very good point to bring up because a lot of the people that we recognize in a lot of the organizations that they help out, if it weren't for these volunteers, we wouldn't have the great things going on in this community. So how proud are you to say that you've been part of an organization? I think this is the 40th anniversary of Fun Fest this year?
Yes, it is. This year's our 40th year, and to be part of it for 24 years is, I'm really happy about it. It's been fun. It's been nerve-wracking, but it's fun.
As is everything that takes major planning like this. We also wanted to say, I asked you, do you volunteer with anything else? And you told me the Lions Club is dear to your heart.
Yes, very much so. I'm a member of the Hazelton Lions Club and I've been a member of the Hazelton Lions Club for 40 years.
Wow.
And this year I've been tagged with the chairmanship of the Pennsylvania Lions State Convention for 2019, which will be held in Kalahari Resorts and Pocono Manor.
Wow, very nice. So you've been actively involved in the community. So what would you say to people watching? We hope this segment, recognizes the people like yourself, but we also want to inspire somebody who's sitting at home that maybe says, I want to get involved, I'm not sure what to do. What would you tell them?
I would tell them that to look for any organization that's out there. Every organization in the area needs help and volunteers. It could be with your church. It could be come down and help us with Fun Fest. Or join a Lions Club. But there are things that need to be done in the community, and volunteers are desperately needed.
All righty, and one shameless plug. Fun Fest is coming up when?
September 8th and 9th this year.
All right, so we look forward to that big 40th anniversary for Fun Fest. Congratulations on all the work you do for the community with Fun Fest, with the Lions Club. Keep up the good work. We hope someone out there will be inspired by this. And if you would like to nominate someone, you can email me, lisa@ssptv.com, to send us your nominations for Volunteer of the Week.
Thanks, Lisa. Let's turn our attention to the green screen. Midday winning Pennsylvania lottery numbers: pick 217, Darrell Clark's number at Penn State; pick 3, 991, pick 4, 1619, pick 5, 57409, and the wild number is 5. The Cougars from Hazelton area, they're marching in the state playoffs. John Eric Poli has a recap of their victory in the second round after the
Time now for sports on SSPTV News.
Well, on Tuesday, the Monoy area girls basketball team advanced to the third round in the PIAA Class 2A playoffs, the quarterfinals. Yesterday, it was the Hazelton Area High School boys basketball team in the Class 6A playoffs, looking to be the next team in our viewing area to advance to the State Elite 8. Our John Eric Poli has the details from yesterday's playoff game.
Last night, the Hazelton area boys basketball team hit the court at Wilkes University, looking to knock off Pocono Mountain West. And the Cougar faithful in attendance technically weren't cheering on the scarlet, silver, and white. Both teams showed up tonight wearing white jerseys, forcing Hazelton area to wear blue Wilkes uniforms. The Cougars may have been wearing different uniforms, but they still played the same way that they've played all season long. The beginning of the game was a bit of a feeling out process, and Josh Samick stepped up for the Cougars on the defensive end by blocking several shots and making his presence known on the defensive glass.
On the defensive end, I think I played good. On the offensive end, not so much. It was a rough one on offense, but on defense, it definitely helps me. He told me he wants me to block shots as many as I can, so that's what I did.
He's our best defensive rebounder. He's our best shot blocker. He has, stats that probably no player has ever had in the history of our school. 900 points, approaching 600 rebounds, almost 150 block shots, over 125 assists. He's a Division II scholarship player for a reason.
At the end of the first quarter, the game was tied at 12. But in the second quarter, the Hazelton area offense came alive by hitting shots from everywhere. Perhaps the biggest jump came when Demir Faison got the ball in transition and went up for one of 3 Cougar dunks on the night.
They say that those are only 2 points dunks, but at this level, maybe at the college or pro level, maybe it's not as big of a deal, but it's a bit demoralizing in a high school game.
The Cougars led 29-21 at the break, and in the second half, Hazelton area continued to roll. Pocono Mountain West had no answer for Jeff Planutis, who scored a game-high 21 points. Aside from Planutis, Demir Faison would also put up big numbers in the second half, en route to 17 points on the night. When it was all said and done, the Big HA poured in 40 second-half points on way to a 69-50 victory, putting the Cougars in the state quarterfinals for the first time since 1995.
We've been working towards it for years now, and it just feels good for us seniors and for everybody else on the team to finally make the quarters, especially being in the state tournament. And now we have a big game on Saturday. So
we're in the Elite 8 for the first time in a long time, the first time in my tenure. And we're going to enjoy this for the next couple hours, and then we only have 48 hours to get to work against the District 1 champ.
Hazleton area's next game will be against District 1 champ and Eastern Bracket favorite Abington. Reporting for SSPTV Sports, I'm John Eric Poli.
To be fair, Hazleton area will wear King's College uniforms in the next round. Now let's take a look at some basketball matchups on the SSPTV Standard Speaker scoreboard. I'm kidding, that's not happening. Hazleton area plays Abington on Saturday. We know that. Thank you, John Eric Poli. They will play that game at Liberty High School in Bethlehem at 1 p.m. on Saturday. For live coverage, follow Dave Seaman on Twitter. Seaman says sport. He will be sending you text information about that game and then read the Standard Speaker on Sunday. The winner of that game will play the winner of Lincoln and Neshaminy. Neshaminy beat Lower Marion in double overtime to advance. Lincoln also went to 2 overtimes in their win over Hempfield to get into the quarterfinals. Students in the Hazleton Area School District, tomorrow is Cougar Spirit Day, and you can wear your favorite Hazleton Area School District Cougar shirt, and jeans are permitted. In the girls' 2A bracket, District 11 teams, 2 of them are still alive, and maybe they're on a collision course. The Monomoy area Lady Bears first have to play West Catholic on Friday. Minersville, who lost to Monomoy in the District 11 championship, plays Penns Manor on Friday. The Monomoy area game is tomorrow at 6 p.m. at Bethlehem Freedom High School. Hazleton area swimmer Paul Flowers placed 30th in the 200 IM at the state championship 3A meet. He finished 30th in the 100-yard breaststroke today, and teammate Anthony Gallstone was 32nd in the 500 free. Right now, we're diving into our social report.
Good evening, everyone. Here's today's talk of the town. We'll kick off today's social report with the Fun Fest kickoff concert being held on Sunday, March 18th, with a performance by the Poets. Tickets for the show are $15 in advance and $20 at the door. Tickets for the dinner and the show are $28. For more information, you can go to hazletonchamber.org or call the chamber office at the number on your screen. The Beaver Meadows Volunteer Fire Company will be having a pizza sale every Friday until March 23rd. Pizzas are $10 baked and $9 unbaked. Toppings are extra. To place an order, you can call 570-459-2874. And on today's social report with the 15th Annual Irish Day Parade in Gerardville on Saturday, March 22nd, with the parade starting at 12 noon. Parade activities will begin at 10 a.m. with an Irish Mass at St. Vincent's Workshop Center. For more information on this event, you can call 570-874-2455. And that's today's Talk of the Town. SSPTV News would like to send our sincere condolences to the family and friends of these who recently departed. L.C. Bevins of Jeansville. Friends may call Friday from 6 to 9 p.m. at the Frank J. Bodden Funeral Home in Hazleton. Thomas Gladola of Hazleton. The Joseph A. Moran Funeral Home in Hazleton will announce the arrangements. And Veronica A. Pronzik of Hazleton. The Frank J. Bodden Funeral Home in Hazleton will announce the arrangements. Attention pay-per-view subscribers! If you see your name now on SSPTV News, you can call in and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Today's winner is Robert Peak of Cunningham. Call now and leave a message at 570-455-7267 extension 104 for your free movie.
So lots of Hazleton area basketball fans and Monomoy area basketball fans have to be very excited right now, and I know who's pumped. Ron Marchetti, he will be in tomorrow for Short Shots. Hear what he has to say all about it. Plus, it's our popular Adopt Me segment. Fridays are great here at SSP TV. Well, that's it for tonight. We'll see you tomorrow, everyone. Take it easy.
Watch us online anytime at ssptv.com and follow us on Facebook and Twitter.